So at Motor City Foxfest at the meet and greet at Ford's garage, got away from the music, so I thought I'd actually talk a little bit. But we're way in the back along the fence. Got here early, I was way up here. Then I realized I forgot the GoPro and drone at the hotel, so we made a quick trip back. I just heard one of the organizers talking that this is the most cars they've had here at this event. So I do know when I'd been here before, they were not lining cars up between rows like this. So it's kind of neat to see that they're doing what they can to accommodate as many people as they can. Alright, so this is the guy that owns Midway Mustangs down in the Quad Cities. So this is the guy I actually got my Cobra IRS from. Showed up in a Ford Edge that my wife had at the time. Asked him if it would fit in the back, and he was kind of unsure. And we just kind of pushed it off the pallet into the back of my wife's Ford Edge, and it fit just fine. And he said, oh, you could actually take two. So it's kind of neat to see this car in person, seeing it on Instagram and stuff quite a bit, especially like when I was building it. It was originally a Voodoo engine with a supercharger, and he blew that up, and so now it's supercharged Coyote. But probably one of the cleanest cars around. And my understanding is it's a legit Cobra. But too bad you couldn't smell it through the camera. It's one of the cleanest Fox bodies around. Okay, I wanted to show this one too. If anyone knows anyone who's selling a Fox body wagon, I'm in the market. Okay, I was talking to this guy earlier. This is a, what did he say, an 80? I'm not sure. I want to say he said it was an 80, but it's a Capri. Aero, GT, front end, bodywork, ground effects, but you can tell, I could tell it was something different just by seeing the interior. It's got the full like 86 and older interior, the Capri fenders. He did put a Celine whale tail on it in this. I think he said he's owned this since high school in about 87, I think is what he said. But he said he did all this body work, or did all the rework of it way back then, and the only thing that he's changed is the wheels. So pretty impressive to have it that long, and it looks really nice in person here. Alright, so we got the Toyota here, Adam, that has this body shop up by Lansing, I think. I'm not even going to try to say his last name, but this is pretty impressive to see in person too. I like this one too, the old Cobra engine, pre-Terminator. Cobra. One of the guys staying at the Host Hotel too. Saw the car last night. Game match. Oh yeah, the red stripe. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, got the black on the top, the red stripe, and silver on the bottom to match the outside of the car. All the Carter's Customs stuff. Nice Corvo seats. Rear seats match. Some nice signature wheels on it. And he even has the diffuser. It looks really neat, just kind of barely poking out from that Mustang GT bumper. Happy to see the Puzzle Fox. Oh man, now is a good time for a reveal. So, renaming the Puzzle Fox. So thanks, and I hope I get your name right, your Instagram handle. So, but it was Strawberry LX50. But he made a comment on one of my posts that he said that's not a fox and that's not a coyote, that's a werewolf. And I asked the guy, well, do you mind if I run with it? So this is now going to be the Werewolf, or Project Werewolf. I got some stickers or stuff drawn up. I need to work on getting some air bubbles out. Yeah. My lovely assistant here. But had Tom Clark, Sinus Built, draw up some werewolf stuff for me. And luckily, a friend of my wife was able to make up some stickers. It's a werewolf now. So yesterday we were cruising back from, we went to the Automotive Hall of Fame over by the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, and on our way back, not even a mile, to Ford's Garage for the meet and greet, my one fender flare disappeared. So that'll have to get replaced at some point. But as you can see here, got a good crowd here, a decent crowd. I think some people are out doing the loop right now. So we have a loop that's the same loop that Car and Driver and Road and Track use for their test drives. But we got this kind of back gravel lot full of cars. Like you can see some gaps there. Some people are out doing the loop. And then there's cars up front there. I didn't try out, but I heard they got good burgers and stuff. But this place with the ice cream here is freaking awesome. I forget what brand of ice cream it is, but it's really good. Nice quality ice cream, and they make their waffle cones. They like ran out, so they made waffle cones fresh while we were waiting in line. So that was pretty awesome, I'd say. But got a good gathering of cars here. And Owen and I are gonna go do the loop too. we're at Motor City Foxfest. And I'll show my car later, but I actually got asked to be in the FP Performance muffler tent. So myself and Dwayne over here, Chicano Fox, are over there with our cars. But I saw this car and I just had to come down and check it out. So we're down in front of the NPD booth. It's 8:30 right now. The car show starts at 9, so I thought I'd take advantage of this with no one else around. But this is JH Restoration. I'll try to put a link up for it. But this is kind of a little inspiration that I have for my own car, kind of what I wanted to do, and I was really intrigued by this once I saw them start posting it on Instagram. But of course it's like a, I don't know which year for sure, but 85 or 86 I'm assuming by the front end here. But they're doing all steel body work here, which is really intriguing to me. I don't want to get this intense with mine in case I bash it up or whatever. But what I'm really interested in here with this car is these fender flares. So this is kind of the same thing I want to do with my car, so that it kind of keeps kind of that more, a little bit of a squared off circle, so to speak. But yeah, these are all steel fender flares, steel chin spoilers, splitters, side skirts. So he's done a lot of work here on this car. But my main thing is this is what I want to mimic with my car, is having these nice steel fender flares on the car. And this is the other thing I like about it, is they run that fender flare like down to the bottom of the quarter panel and the bottom of the fenders. So it looks really cool to me. Kind of neat seeing this car with all the bare steel showing. But you can tell it's all welded on. Pretty neat little car. I think he's running 275s on the front and 295s on the back, so I'm definitely going to need a bigger flare for my car. And maybe he's running a little bit more of a normal, quote, normal offset than what I am, with a 0 offset. Running a sweet little Godzilla in, well, little sweet Godzilla in here. We're at Motor City Foxfest. We got Greg and, well, his wife Kristen went around the corner here. Then of course we got Chicano Fox, Dwayne over there. But we got asked, Dwayne and I got asked to be in the FP Performance booth here. So we got the Chicano Fox here, and got the new Werewolf. So very honored to be here. So thanks for asking us here, Greg. So
we're happy you could make it.
Yeah. So he called me at the last minute yesterday, and here we are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love the car.
Thank you. So we had a little storm roll through. We were actually in the Ford Vault, which I understand I was open up to the public twice now. So Owen and I were up in there and waited out the storm. We were actually out in the booth over here. Look, they called us to roll the windows up. There's Dwayne, Chicano Fox, enjoying the kids playing in the water. Owen and I were just up in the vault looking at some of their concept cars and prototype cars and that sort of thing. There's Chicano Fox's car. He got it moved under cover there. But yeah, here we sit. Just had a big old storm roll in, lots of wind. There's garbage knocked over and blown around. But kind of get an idea, there's still quite a few people around. Everyone's got their tents down. The FP Performance tent knocked down a little early just to avoid the storm and getting their stuff blown away. And got a pretty nice group here yet. It's just kind of sprinkling a little bit right now. It's thinned out a little bit, but not as much as I would have expected. I know some of the guys that were over in the 50 Asylum booth moved their cars under the cover over here, but there's still a few sitting over there. But I'd walk around and show the whole show, but I'm sure there'll be a few other YouTubers that'll show the whole show. But I thought I'd just kind of give you a glimpse of what's here. just wrapping up Motor City Foxfest weekend. So as you can see, back at home, got the truck and trailer sitting in the street there yet. So before I put the trailer back in the driveway, got the car unloaded. We did get rained out near the end of the day, but quite a few people did hang around. I hung around for a little while and watched the awards ceremony. So it was interesting to see who won some of the awards. Some of them were very fitting. Gosh, what is his name? Calypso Coyote 92, I think. Matt Malinich, if I'm getting the name right, I hope. But he's got like the most beautiful engine bay I'd ever seen, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Just how he has it all smoothed out, like even up behind the headlights on the inner fenders. But it's just a beautiful job and just a beautiful car. Coolidge Customs with his Coyote swap. I think it's Whipple supercharged Bullet, 01 Bullet. Beautiful car too. But I did run into an issue later in the day. I had a couple of gentlemen that came by and they wanted to hear what this car sounded like with the Coyote in it, and hopped in to hit the key and nothing. So I don't know what happened. Battery's dead. Thanks to the people at Motor City Foxfest, went over the loudspeaker and asked for people with the jump box. So I bet within 30 seconds I had two guys running over towards the end of the lot where my car was with a jump box. The one gentleman that did try to help me, it just didn't have enough juice or something, so I did have to go and I did unhook the truck from the trailer and just hook jumper cables up to it, and it fired right up. And then today when I got home to unload it, so it's Sunday, the day after Motor City Foxfest, the thing fired right to life in the trailer. So who knows what happened. I don't know if it was because the trunk was open, maybe the doors were open and shut during the day, but there's no dome light or anything in there. But maybe there's a light up in the back yet or something with when the hatch is open or whatever. But well, we'll figure it out. Maybe something will come up. Big special thanks to Greg at FP Performance. I always have trouble saying that for some reason. For having me in his booth. It was a great time. I wish I would have got to talk to you more, Greg. I thought about it after the fact that I should have done a little interview with you, but maybe we can do that again someday and chat again. You get the word out more about your exhaust. I love it, and you package it well. You're great to work with. The shipping is fast, and it's a great looking muffler too, and I love the sound of it. I know Chicano Fox, he's got the mufflers, I think your race mufflers. I got the street mufflers on here, but I know Chicano's Dwayne's Fox sounds unbelievably good. I love that car. But yeah, I just thought I'd come back on, just say how great of a show it was. Went and did a bunch of the events, and probably be speaking about stuff that I've shown already in the video here, but I plan to work on that yet this afternoon. But all the events were great. The Ford's Garage event was great. I love that, and talking to different people. Then the meet at let's see here, where did we meet that day? Oh, at MRT Specialties and the Hell Run. I love that. This car has a few kinks to work out in it yet. It's still got the out of the box, the Wizard set up for just the startup tune, and it's very, very rough. It doesn't want to run very well under 2000 RPM. It kind of hangs at 2000 RPM, and then it's like it shuts off, and then I noticed that and push the clutch in, blip the throttle, it fire back to life. Sometimes when you're coasting to a stop, I'm so glad I have a manual in here yet, because it'll stall like when I go to push the clutch in to coast to a stop and just pop it back out in second gear, fires right back up again. But all in all, it for a startup tune, I think it's pretty good. But like I said, it's definitely got some kinks to work out. So hopefully I can learn some tuning myself, and hopefully works with some other tuners to get this car running good. I wasn't going to get too carried away, because I'm going to swap to the Mustang cams, the Mustang intake, and that sort of thing over the winter. But it would be good just to get it running a little bit better in its current format, so that I can enjoy it for the rest of the summer. Who knows what I'll be doing next. I know there's an event coming, or events coming up the next couple weekends, if I do want to get it out on like an autocross or something. So Definitely got to be doing some tweaking and do some test and tune. If I do that sort of stuff, I'm not going to be going just full tilt with it. I'm gonna try to ease into things so that I'm not damaging anything in any way. But like, I think, oh, and we did that piquet plant tour when we were out there. That was really neat to see too. It was worth the money spent just to see that that place where they originally built Model Ts. Yeah, and then the Hell Run, I really liked doing that loop too. My son and I, we went up and down Patterson Road. We did the loop, and then we went up and down and back on Patterson Road and kind of got into it a little bit with this car and kind of got a good taste of how she's going to handle, and it's going to be fun. Like around roundabouts and through some of them curves, this thing's like a go-kart with between the stiff suspension and the thick sway bar on the front. This thing just stays completely flat and just grips right around a corner. It's pretty awesome. But I'll stop talking now and I'll get to editing and I'll get a video out to you guys. And as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share. Again, I'm not doing this to get famous or have the car be famous, but if it's good entertainment for some people, that's great. And if I can help some people along the way with their own projects or motivate them, that's even better yet. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll end it here.